Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another Out of Spec Bits episode. You join me and Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hey, how's it going?
To talk all about Rivian opening up their Adventure Network to other electric cars. Now, we have charged, and you have charged many times at this station.
Yes.
And just recently, they have upgraded it with the new dispensers that allow for non-Rivians to charge at them. Now, I've shown this before in other videos. This isn't, terribly new, but I think it is cool to see Rivian's commitment to opening up their network to other electric car drivers. The chargers are sitting here. They should be charging cars no matter who makes them, I think.
Yeah.
However, it's not all good, Scott. Things are actually kind of bad here.
Yeah.
So we've got to talk about Rivian opening up their chargers, what the heck is going on here, and the insane price that they have set on these chargers.
Yes.
So let's do that in this episode. I'd like to first bring your attention to this guy, nice Acura TL Type S. These are actually really cool cars. However, if you can look, we have a whole parking lot. You can fit semi-trucks here and still have a whole parking lot. And the parking lot, the parking spot this guy chose is literally right in the pull-through stall for that charger.
I know, it's my favorite stall because I bring the trailer here.
You would also think if you're trying to protect your nice car, which this is, I mean, these are awesome cars. You could get them with a manual. I don't know if this what is. You would take the end space where you have a curb protecting you.
Well, yeah.
And if you want to be extra protected, you might like park closer to that shipping container because then there's less traffic that is going to be going by your car.
Or like in the shade or literally anywhere else than the other end of the parking lot.
Yeah, it just seems oddly targeted. I'm not here to place blame because obviously no one would know this is a pull-through space. But it's designed for trailers, and it literally says priority for vehicles with trailer. And we have towed at this spot many times, Scott, towing.
Yeah, I do all the time.
Yeah, so that's kind of annoying. Thankfully, you can just nose yourself down here, though.
Still a pain.
All right, that was just funny. Through how this site is laid out first. There are 2 power cabinets in here, and we can actually stick the camera. Well, there's some bees around there. Let's not go over there.
Okay, not again.
Behind that cabinet, there's 2 white bricks that are 300 kilowatts each.
Okay.
Each one of those feeds 3 different dispensers at this particular location. What that means is if you plug one car in to 1A, B, or C, you get 300 kilowatts. If you plug in to 1A and this is on 1B, it'll split to 150 kilowatts. If you plug a third car in, then you only get 100 kilowatts per port. And there is some dynamic load balancing that can happen there. If you plug a bolt in that only takes 50 kilowatts, it can leave some to the other ones.
Okay.
So that has already been the case. Then there were the older, shorter style dispensers that Rivian had with the screens that were on the side. And those have been replaced with these, which is the new Gen 1.5, 2, 4. I don't know what we're up to.
Okay.
I think second main iteration, really, with a new display screen, which is actually a really nice display screen. It's quite bright and it's quite, what's the word? Reflective.
It's like matte.
Matte, yes. It resists reflectivity.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to this. This is the main issue. We'll get there in a second. Here's the thing, Scott. Rivian has now, with this new dispenser, added the ability to collect payment. And they only do it through tap to pay. So you can tap your credit card, Apple Pay, whatever it is. So you plug in your vehicle, tap to pay, and we've shown that a few times, and it really does work well. These are fairly reliable, well-maintained stations with high uptime and honestly pretty high customer satisfaction from a charging standpoint.
Yes.
And the problem is this. One of the problems, I should say. 61 cents per kilowatt hour.
Between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Which is when most people are around. So they have 3 pricing tiers for Rivian and non-Rivian vehicles. The cheapest possible pricing tier is 36 cents per kilowatt hour from midnight to 8 a.m. super off-peak pricing for Rivian vehicles. There seems to be about a 9-cent delta at the peak here between a Rivian and non-Rivian pricing. I'm okay with that. I actually think it's reasonable to discount for your customers.
Okay.
I'm not okay with the numbers they've filled in here.
Meaning it's too high?
61 cents per kilowatt hour at a pretty lightly used station is just highway robbery.
Is 52 cents okay?
52 cents, if that was the rack rate, normal pricing for non-Rivian, that feels a little bit more reasonable to me. And so the off-peak pricing for non-Rivian vehicles is 56 cents per kilowatt hour from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m., which is a 2-hour window. That's really tight. And then after midnight, it goes all the way down to 43 cents. So they really are trying to encourage overnight charging, or at least, you know, incentivize not charging at peak times.
Yep.
But the numbers are just crazy. So most of the time when people are out and driving, it's 61 cents per kilowatt hour. Now we have brought over the world's biggest battery. This is the Chevy Silverado EV Trail Boss, updated for 2026 with some nice features, might I add. This is a roughly 215, 220 kilowatt hour usable battery pack. If you were to charge this from dead to full, you've got to also pay for losses, plus or minus. I can't talk today, can I?
Okay.
I got to get more coffee. It would really cost somewhere around, you know, you're going to dump in around 235, 240 kilowatt hours. How much do you think it would cost to charge this truck?
Well, at that rate?
At 61 cents per kilowatt hour.
I think it was like $146.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
We should move out of the way here because the car's pulling in, so come this way. So it would cost $150 to charge up the Silverado, which seems insane.
Is
Granted,
that equivalent if it was like a diesel?
Yeah, but like filling up my diesel truck's like $100, and I can go way farther.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's way worse than just, you know, charging at home for sure, but also then even driving a gas equivalent to this or diesel equivalent.
Yeah.
So it's very, very expensive pricing. Now we have seen DC fast charging pricing at certain stations that have been 80 cents per kilowatt hour, $1 per kilowatt hour.
What?
And you would just avoid them. What's confusing to me about this is right on the other side of the parking lot is an Electrify America station that is at least 10 to 20 cents per kilowatt hour cheaper.
Oh, I didn't know.
And it's right over there.
Cheaper. Okay.
It's way cheaper. So I don't understand how Rivian expects to stay competitive with this pricing. See, the business model of operating high-power DC charging currently is throughput. You basically need to hit your demand peak. I've done other videos on this, but you got to put the load on the station. In this case, it's only 600 kilowatts of continuous load that could go if you max everything out, because there's only two 300 kilowatt power cabinets.
Right.
We'll talk about that in a second. And Rivian needs to basically sell as much electricity as possible. And what doesn't really matter is the per kilowatt hour rate. It's just the overall throughput of the site. So if they were to drop 30 cents per kilowatt hour and, you know, 10x the amount of cars that would come here, I don't know what the numbers would be, they would actually in the end make way more money, and they would pay back that demand charge quicker.
So then why don't they do that?
Why don't they do that? That's the question. There's no explanation to me why Rivian is charging so much more money. Now, if they offered a premium experience with charging, it would make sense.
Yeah.
If they had a lounge, if they had canopies,
Shade.
and if they had actual high power charging. Because the other problem we've run into here, Scott, is we were the only ones here earlier. We could not get more than 180 kilowatt charging on the Silverado.
Correct.
We showed up with a dead battery that's warm. The truck wanted everything. And for whatever reason, both cabinet 2 and 1, we moved stalls, would not deliver more than 180 kilowatts to the truck. And so I'm not sure if that's the truck not going into series configuration, high voltage mode, which I don't think it is because I heard some contactors go, or it's a station output limitation per post. But if you're paying so much more money, you would expect 300 kilowatts because that's what's advertised. This truck can take it. And honestly, for that much money, I would expect trash cans, windshield washer fluids, canopy, lounge, and dedicated 400 kilowatt charging power. Meanwhile, here, if you show up and it's full, you might only get 100 kilowatt charging power because you know, each cabinet feeds 3 stalls. So I think Rivian's got some real issues to sort out with their charging network to stay competitive with other automakers. It's expensive for Rivian vehicles. I've seen most Rivian owners prioritize Tesla superchargers over Rivian stations themselves. And it's too expensive, not high power enough, but it is reliable. It is easy to activate, which is great. But they've just got to ramp the speed and ramp the...
Lower the pricing.
Yeah, ramp the speed, lower the pricing, make it a nicer experience. Certain Rivian charging hubs are great. They just opened the New Hamptons one, which looks amazing. They just opened, well, Joshua Tree's been open. I went there. They have the Yosemite one. I haven't been there yet. Those are great experiences that they can charge more for. This is not a premium experience.
We're in a mall parking lot.
It's not very adventurous of the Rivian Adventure Network.
No, I would much rather see this in like the mountains.
And the Electrify America station being on the other side of the parking lot being way cheaper just shows that they are not concerned about being competitive with other networks at the moment.
Right.
Scott, let me flip the camera around now that I've gone on my tangent.
Oh, no.
Feel free to stand over this way. Would you like to share with everyone your experience of using the Rivian Adventure Network so far?
I've had good experience with my Rivian.
Yeah.
I went to Moab and used which one did I use?
Yeah. Moab brand.
No. It was halfway between Moab and there, but I didn't
Grand Junction.
Yeah, I did Grand Junction. That was easy, but again, no amenities or anything like that. And then I come here a lot when I have my trailer.
Yeah, this is a very convenient trailer location. We actually have quite a few trailer-friendly spots in Colorado, in the Denver area.
Do we?
Yeah, we have the Thornton supercharger with a pull-through. We have the Mercedes network that's pretty good with a trailer. Yeah. And this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Rivian network, what do you think? Do you think it's too expensive? Because your Rivian's got a big battery too, not this big.
I think it's way too expensive. Yeah, so it was pretty expensive for my Rivian to charge here. It was like $76, and I don't really know why, because it's not a different experience than a supercharger.
Yeah, do you think this is a better or worse experience? I mean, granted, the cables are longer than superchargers, except for the V4 dispensers.
Yeah, and I'm not blocking anybody.
That's right.
That's really the only positives over a supercharger.
Yeah, and you don't care if you block someone, you just tell them to F off.
I've been known to do that, but I think I'm a little bit nicer now.
Sure.
But yeah, I wouldn't come here out of my way, and it's out of my way. I would probably just go to the Electrify America because it's so much cheaper.
I just thought it was funny that the Rivian Adventure Network site went in the same mall parking lot as an Electrify America site, and so it's not enabling any further adventure.
No, and this is like not an exciting area.
Right, but it's okay. It was one of the early stalls in Colorado, sites in Colorado. I just think they need more dedicated high power, minimum 400 kilowatt per port, or maybe 200 kilowatt per port that can, when unlinked, can go to 400 kilowatt.
Yes.
100 kilowatt minimum charging is not something to look forward to on a road trip.
No, not at all.
And they're charging too much money to get people to come here. So far, we've really only seen Rivian vehicles come here because they get a significantly discounted rate. Mm-hmm. And by the way, can we just comment on how much nicer Red Canyon is than GM's Habanero Orange?
Oh my gosh, really? I was actually thinking that this orange is prettier than
Red Canyon.
Red Canyon, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the metallic fleck in Red Canyon. I like that this is kind of like one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So this is just a lot of it.
I mean, I told you I didn't like it, but
you think it's better than
Red Canyon?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm a Red Canyon fan.
I'm just not a red car person. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, I think that pretty much sums it up. Rivian Adventure Network, they just need to kick it into high gear if they want to be taken seriously.
Or add amenities, something.
Amenities, pricing, speed, advertising, maybe? No, I don't think many people know they can come and charge here, like other
people that aren't Rivian owners.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little biased because I have a Rivian and I know about them. So yeah, I didn't know that they could do other vehicles.
All right, well, before I got to take out a home equity line of credit to charge this thing, let's leave.
Okay.
Because it's getting expensive. And we are ready to rock and roll. We're actually on our way to go film some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much charged up. We got pretty poor charging performance here. Don't know why. Should be 300 kilowatt at the station. We were the only one here.
180.
180. When the other Rivian pulled up, we dipped to 150, but that's okay.
Yeah, because we're sharing the box.
And we were already kind of down there anyway, so it's all good. With all that said, see you, Scott.
Bye. Catch you on the next one.
Well, you guys, join us a few hours later over here at the Rivian Adventure Network site in Broomfield, Colorado.
Broomfield.
And what happened was I made a post on X or Twitter. It's Twitter. It's Twitter. I mean, whatever. I made a post on Twitter about the site not outputting more than 180 kilowatts to the Silverado. Mm-hmm. Now, in the previous earlier clip, I speculated that it's possible. Yeah, we're charging. We're good.
Yeah, 206 kilowatts.
Yeah, that's what that can do. I speculated that the charger was not outputting high voltage, and the Silverado was staying in its parallel configuration and not series configuration. So the Silverado is actually a low voltage vehicle most of the time, but when it recognizes a high voltage charging station that can go 800 volts or higher, or, it's really, whatever, nerd stuff, 800 volt class of charging cars. I'm going to try and keep this basic. Then the Silverado can charge at, 360, 370, 380 kilowatt charging. These chargers can only do 300. However, there was a bug we figured out why it wouldn't charge fast.
Yes.
And when these stations were upgraded, I think just recently, on the back-end software, Rivian didn't flip the high voltage switch. So even though they're technically 300 kilowatt chargers, you couldn't do it.
Yep.
And so they said, sorry, and they saw my post and they adjusted the site. And now, just like an hour after I made the post, the site's at high voltage, native high voltage. So the Silverado was charging like it would charge on a supercharger, like a 500 volt maximum. But if we were to bring it back here, we had to switch cars, we'd be getting 300 kilowatts on it. So that's great. I mean, that's amazing response time, but also like crazy that was the thing. But you just find new bugs every day in charging. And yeah, so when they upgraded the site from the old style dispensers, I didn't realize, but I guess those are low voltage dispensers, probably up to 500 volts, which is what, every existing Rivian was.
Right.
Now that they're supporting all vehicles, they have these dispensers that are probably rated at high voltage. They flip the switch, through software, and now these will charge at 300 kilowatts on Ioniq 5, EV6. Those will get, their 240, 270 that they want. Silverado will get 300, whatever the power cabinets can do. And all is good. So amazing response time. It was an interesting bug that we found. And yeah, the Silverado was getting 500 amps in split pack. It's really low voltage down there. And now if it were to come here, contactors would click. I thought I heard the contactors click on the Silverado, but I must not have.
Yeah.
And it stayed in parallel configuration. And now if we brought it here, it would switch to series and all would be good. So that's the end of this video officially. Thank you, Rivian, for fixing quick response time. And the R1S is charging wonderfully on here. All is good, 212 kilowatts right there.
Yep.
Life is nice. We're cruising. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.